But money was only oxygen. Jobs needed to fix the lungs. He walked into a conference room with his senior team and drew a simple 2x2 grid on a whiteboard. Across the top, he wrote Consumer and Pro. Down the side, he wrote Desktop and Portable. 4 boxes. He turned to the room and said this was the entire product line going forward. 4 computers. Not 40. Anything that did not fit into one of those 4 boxes was to be killed immediately. He canceled the Newton handheld, a product he reportedly disliked for personal reasons. He killed the printer business. He killed the Apple-branded servers. He killed clone licensing, the program that had allowed other manufacturers to build Mac-compatible computers, even though it meant buying back contracts at enormous cost. He cut over 70% of the products in development. Engineers who had spent years on canceled projects were either redeployed to the 4 surviving boxes or shown the door. The grid became law, and inside that the consumer desktop box, a small team began working on something that did not yet have a name. It would eventually be called the iMac. Jobs gave that team a near impossible deadline and an even more uncomfortable instruction. He told them the machine had to be something a person would want to have in their kitchen, not their basement. It had to look less like office equipment and more like an appliance, less like a tool and more like a friend. Engineers who had spent their entire careers thinking in beige and gray were suddenly being asked to think in color, in curves, in translucence. Most of them had never been asked questions like that before. Some of them quit. The ones who stayed began to understand that Jobs was not really running a computer company anymore. He was running a design company that happened to ship computers.